It's Sunday and nobody's here, so I'll do a quick walk through the shop with some of the current the current projects going on. AC Asica. I have two of these in the shop at the moment. This one is here for minor repairs and some changes, but we're also using it as a pattern on the other car, which is a full restoration and build. Lancia Aurelia. This is a really nice tub. This car is here for paintwork and reassembly, and but mostly it's here for to be a pattern for this car. This car was badly damaged in a rally crash, and we were in the process of putting it back together. These cars were handmade, and this one got hurt pretty bad. Anyway, we've patterned off this other one, and we are currently making panels for that right now. Hey, Aston Martin DB24. This is actually a done car that we are. The engine compartment just didn't match the rest of the car, so we have redone the front end, pulled the engine, and have brought the engine compartment up to a much higher standard. The engine is currently on the run stand, so we got the exhaust system on it just temporarily. Really came out nice. And we've been running that, and also with the opportunity, we have installed a T5 transmission on it to make it a little more drivable. So got the engine on the run stand. We've had it running. We're just dialing it in, make sure we don't have any leaks. Transmission, clutch, flywheel situation is all kosher. This is an engine. This is an MG TD engine. I have two TDs in the shop right now. It's not something we normally do. We get to do, I guess should be a better way to say it, just because they don't get restored at a high level often. So it's kind of fun to do. These little X-Pags are funky little motors. Anyway, kind of the same standard. 3.8 OTS E-Type Jaguar. This is the build bay for this car. All the racks, parts, and assembly. So this is a done tub, of course, 100% build. Wiring harness has been laid in, and it's coming together. Actually, it's going to be going off to upholstery here pretty quickly. While the doors are off and things are available, the bonnet will go on one of the last things, as well as the boot lid, just so we don't have to hassle them, and the doors as well, just so we don't have to hassle them doing interior and that kind of stuff. Oh, this is Ferrari 330 rear end, complete full build, full restoration on this. Bill's got this on his bench, finishing it out, and this is the fun part of restoration, where you just take section by section, component by component. Here's one of those TDs. This one's rough. Only reason you can justify doing one of these cars is because it has some sentimental attachment or story, and both of these do. One's a family, and one has a good story. So, MG Magnet. It was not a full restoration. We did paint work. We're putting interior in it. Actually, these are cool little cars. Nice driving as well. Mercedes 300. This is a coupe. This is a W112. I've been working on this car for a long time. Belongs to a retired judge here in town. It's very cool. It's a 4-speed car. Still has the air suspension, which some people will curse, but I think it's pretty cool that we keep it going in its original form. A lot of them just get ripped out. The suspensions get ripped out and replaced with springs, but these are, I don't know. I'll keep it going. I think it's cool. Abarth record Monza. Just assembly. Just got the windscreen in it, and it's coming together. Jaguar 3.8S. Not so much a restoration as it is just some light work. I think we're doing interior and some other light work on it. Model A Ford Victoria. So, all right, not out of character here, but I will say, when I started out, my dad got me into this when I was a kid, and this is the first car I restored. It was a Model A pickup, 14 years old. I don't know. So these old guys know me through my dad, and so this stuff shows up every once in a while. I'll get Packards and Cadillacs and stuff, mostly out of the classic era, and every once in a while, something like this, a Model A, which these are actually quite fun to work on, and they're fun to drive too. And okay, strangely, right next to it, a 246 Dino. Beautiful car. They bought it, I think about a year ago, and kind of shy of records, some, but not strong enough to trust it. So we're going to do a full service on it and make sure everything's okay. But actually, really pretty nice car, and pretty sweet interior. Oh, let's see here. All our storage racks. Car parts upon car parts. A Maserati Ghibli. Doing some repair work, brake work, air conditioner. Yeah, full air conditioning. We do doing a lot of that, especially a lot of these cars out of the 70s, 60s and 70s that had air and are no longer viable. And R12 is getting so difficult to get. So, little MGA. This was a car we built 6 years ago, maybe even a little more. It is a track car, but it is also perfectly street legal. And it has a 1600. We didn't put an MGB motor in it. It has a 1600. It's got a close ratio gearbox, Quaife rear end, aluminum flywheel. It scoots, and it's well balanced, I will say. Pexi rear window. Interior is pretty cool. I don't know if you can see that with the full cage. With removable NASCAR-style sidebars, door intrusion bars. Actually, trick little car. Triumph TR8. This is one of the ones I was talking about. It was we're doing AC work on. R12 system died long ago and just never got made working again. So we're doing that. Fiat 124. So again, kind of like the MGTD. It's not a car that really gets to be restored. We finished this one just about 6 months ago, and it's back for oil change and fix a couple of small things. Pretty typical when you do a full build to come back for sorting little things. This is Otis, the guard dog, making a mess. Abarth double bubble. I haven't started yet. This customer dropped this one off about 3 weeks ago. We've been going over it. We're ready to sit down with him and plan on that car. This is a Mini. This actually belongs to one of the body guys, Tim. Hey, put it down. Jeez, you're noisy. Somebody's got some energy. Yeah. Anyway, Minnie's in here helping Tim with the engine. So, here's one of those TDs. This one is a lot further along, obviously, than the other one. Done a bunch of body work, woodwork. Now we're doing metal on the while it sits on the frame. So. This is an Abarth OT 1000. This is the 850 Spider, and this is the slope headlight, mirror headlight car. But this is the Abarth version. It's a real one with a 1 liter engine, based on the 600, or excuse me, the 800 or 850 motor. Metalwork's done. We're just doing some final body work before it goes in the booth. Oh, let's see. Over here, Mercedes 190 SL. Just finishing up metalwork. Just about done. I had to do a ton of metalwork on this one, and we're just about ready to do body. This is a Porsche 912. This is not our work. It came to us just like this. We did cut the rocker out of it here. It was work that was started by another shop, and yeah. Anyway, it happens. So we're gonna fix it. We'll get started on that shortly. All these hanging panels here, you can recognize them. This is all Triumph TR3. This is a car that the gentleman has known for most of his life. And here's the car itself. It's all been painted, so it's all fresh out of the booth. It's kind of a pain to do these. You have to body off, paint, and then you have to final mount the body and paint it on the chassis. You just have to mask everything off, just so that nothing moves on us. These cars move; they change shape. So you get them bolted down. You get them shimmed, you get them where they're supposed to go, and then you lock them down and you don't change it. Buy it for the E-Type that we saw earlier. Jaguar XK 140. Actually, just final prep here. We're refitting doors and things and whatnot. It's just about ready to go for final blocking and go in the booth. This is very similar to the TR3. These are body on frames, and they will change shape on you, so you got to have everything aligned, knocked out, bolted down, and where you want it, because it will change. That's why we have the engine in it to weight it. Suspension in it, sits on its wheels, so when you put paint on it, everything is where you want it, and it doesn't move on you. Seen it happen, and it ain't fun. Ferrari 330. Yeah, we're heavy in the metalwork here. Let's see, the rockers have all already been done. And it's kind of, some of it's already covered up here, but core chassis work, replacement, and tubes. A lot of lead in these cars. All that's been sweated out. And then fiberglass core on the firewall area, and floors. all that's fiberglass, where you know, the predecessors to this was aluminum. But these cars are fiberglass on these internal panels. So all this, and there's been a bit of damage to a lot of it. Big giant hole over here that Adam has already covered, and there was a hole here. So fiberglass work along with lead work. This is I don't know if you can see that. This how rough this area is. That's all That's all factory. I just leaded over it. Austin Healey 104. Just finishing up metalwork and welding everything. This had a lot of rust in it, and we're just welding up the under chassis now. It looks a little rough at the moment, but it's actually farther along than it looks. We'll finish out bodywork as soon as he gets it all the metalwork locked down. So this is all, I guess I've been walking through the body shop here. This is all body shop, obviously. And the two bays are separated. Here's the mess my dog made. This is cool. This is an old vintage trailer. I think this is a 1964 trailer that I got. Because of COVID, we ran out of office space, so we've had to. I got that little trailer just to put people in, or put one person in, to try to gain some distancing. So yeah, there's that. We're in the process of taking out a lift and putting in another one. So things stacked up on the floor. This is a body to a Berkeley. And there's the back part of the clamshell. And we're in the process of putting this together. Very simple car, but kind of still involved. How just the way they ran cables and did things is a little bit awkward. But the body's done and is finished. So we're doing the belly pan now. Oops. And the new aluminum, but there's all kinds of cables and things that is the ceiling. Cables and things that run through it. Oh, this is our fab area. It's a lathe, mill, shear, brake, bandsaw, grinders, welders, rolls, all that kind of stuff. And we even have an oven, which would come in more handy than you would think. Wood shop. At our full wood shop. A lot of these cars have wood. And this is upholstery. We have them isolated here in the back in their own space. It's a little messy at the moment. I got about 3 jobs going on at once. So this is of course, the main mechanical area. And then, of course, over here is my Jaguar XJC that I'm building. We've been going on and on about. So, yeah, that's kind of the quick Sunday walkthrough on what's going on. And not everything. We have 2 different storage areas that we use, and secure storage areas that we keep cars in that are in waiting or are, for whatever reason, not currently in the queue. And so to preserve our space here, we will store them elsewhere. So yeah, that is the quick and dirty around the shop. See you next time.